Hello, this is Anatole with my 3-minute review of True Detective Season 3, Episode 2, Kiss Tomorrow Goodbye. It received a score of 8.8 on IMDb, director Jeremy Saulnier, and then the writer Nick Pizzolatto. So, same as the first episode. And in this episode, we got a little more of the investigation into the murder of the boy and the disappearance of the girl. And we also began to see more about the romance between the main detective, Hayes, and Amelia. And one thing I want to point out is that the hive mind of Reddits seem to believe that Amelia now is suspect number one, mainly because she has opportunity, and as far as her background, there are a couple mysteries that are dropped in the episode and never explained. For one, she says it's something, this is during the 5-minute scene. There's a scene in the bar where Hayes and Amelia meet and begin to open up in a way that they hadn't before. It's a very long scene, and I've read complaints that it was a little too boring, but I think some very important information that may play in future episodes is kind of hidden in that scene. For one, Amelia says something bad happened to her during her time out west, but she doesn't say what had happened to her, and I believe that is something that's going to come up later. And then when Hayes reveals a flaw about himself, she then talks about how she had gone to St. Louis twice in the past year and pretended to be someone else. Different name, different occupation. I have a feeling that time out in St. Louis is going to be very important in the future. And she kind of appears to have a boyfriend that we don't see much of after the first episode. And there's a reference that two people dressed as ghosts meet the children at Halloween. So we can't really be sure about who those are, but if you were looking at two, you could look at Amelia and her boyfriend. Something I missed in the first episode review was the way that the past scenes, the different timelines are intercut, and it's very brilliant. You see that he will be thinking about one thing, and then a voice from a different timeline will appear to intrude on him in the present, and then that will take him back to a different timeline. It's very clever, and it also kind of shows that for Hayes now, it's all become a purple haze. That because of the onset of Alzheimer's, he can't keep past his past history. He can't keep it together, that they are mixing in and crashing into each other. And my hunch is that in future episodes, that'll become even more of an issue. And we see it at the end of this second episode where he wakes up from a dream and he doesn't know where he is or how he got there. So that's the hint that Alzheimer's will begin to take more and more of him as the season progresses. Well, that's it. That's my 3 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed episode 2. That's all for now. Take care and be well.